Hello everyone, and welcome to today's sweaty, fast-paced Vinyasa yoga flow. Let's get right to it. Let's begin at the top of our mats. Take an inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, relax. Take a few deep breaths here to start our practice. In through the nose and out through the mouth. One more just like that, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And let's begin. Inhale, arms come up overhead, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a moment here to pedal out the feet, moving the knees side to side, hips one side to the other, and then eventually finding some stillness. Breath stays full. Inhale, look up to the top of the mat, step up, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step it back. Come down through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Pivot on the left foot, big step up with the right. Open the hips, warrior two. Check in with that front knee, make sure we're tracking over the ankle. Draw the head up, shoulders roll back. Inhale, drop that left hand, right hand comes overhead, reverse the warrior. Inhale, come back up, cartwheel the hands, take it down through your vinyasa. And bring it back to downward facing dog, switching sides. Pivot on the right foot, left foot steps up, open the hips, warrior two. Reaching the hands out wide, gaze stays over that front middle finger. Lifting the crown of the head. And on your next inhale, let's drop that right arm back, left arm comes overhead, reverse the warrior. Keep that bend in the front knee. Shoulders reaching away from the ear. Inhale, cartwheel the hands, step it back. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze comes between the hands. Inhale, step up. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. And again, inhale, arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look up. Exhale, step or hop back, come down through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a step up with the right foot, open the hips once again for warrior two. Crown of the head stays lifted, core stays engaged. Full deep breath here. And as we exhale, drop the back arm, right arm comes up overhead, reverse the warrior. Next inhale, draw that right arm up overhead, switch sides, side angle. Reaching with that left arm. And then as we exhale, let's cartwheel the hands, bring it down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog on the inhale, and downward facing dog. Setting up for the second side. Pivot on the right foot, big step up with the left, open the hips, warrior two. Big breath here. Exhale, drop that back arm, reach the left arm up and overhead. Reverse the warrior. Next inhale, let's reach that left arm overhead. Right hand comes all the way over, side angle, opposite side. Gently leaning that left arm into the leg. Exhale, let's cartwheel the hands down. Come down through your vinyasa, and we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze between the hands, step up, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Surya Namaskara B. Drop the hips down as we inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look up. Exhale, plant the hands, come down through your vinyasa. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big step up with that left foot. Come into warrior one. Back foot's at about 45 degrees. Hips are staying square, pointed to the front of the mat. Inhale, let's straighten that front leg. Might need to take a little step up with the back leg. Exhale, down to pyramid. Really drawing that chest down towards the shin. Inhale, plant the hands, step back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Opposite side. Inhale, big step up with that left foot. Exhale, sink in, warrior one. Little step up with that back foot. Inhale to reach our chest forward. And exhale, fold over that front leg, pyramid. Inhale to gaze up, plant the hands. Exhale, step it back, drop it down through your vinyasa, and meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze between the hands, step up, look up. Exhale to fold. Drop the hips, inhale, arms come up overhead. And exhale, straighten the legs. And again, inhale, drop the hips, arms overhead. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look up. Exhale, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Pivot on that left foot, big step up with the right, coming back into warrior one. Hips stay square, crown of the head is lifted. Let's bring our hands to our hips, take a little step up with the back leg, come back down through our pyramid. Checking in, making sure the hips are nice and square here. And then we'll slowly start pressing through that right foot, bringing the weight into the right foot. Lift the back leg, and we'll open it up for half moon. Option to lift the right hand off the floor. With control, let's drop that back leg back, left hand comes down, and bring it down through your vinyasa. Meeting again in downward facing dog. Let's take a big step up with the left foot. Arms come up high. Hips face forward. And then straighten the front leg. Take a little step up with the back foot. Exhale, we fold, pyramid. Inhale, gaze forward. Let's start lifting that right leg off of the ground. Weight comes into that left foot and open the arms up for half moon, opposite side. Again, option to lift that left hand off of the mat. With control on the exhale, let's step it back, plant the hands, and drop it down. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze to the top, step up, look up. Exhale, fold. Drop the hips as we inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center, straighten the legs. All right, we're gonna work one breath per movement here, so let's get ready. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, come down through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll onto that right foot, left foot stacks on top. Side plank. Exhale, let's step that left foot back. Open the chest up on the inhale for wild thing. Exhale, plant the left hand. Roll all the way over. Left foot comes through for fallen triangle. And exhale, plant that right hand. Come back, downward facing dog. Setting up for the next side. Let's roll onto that left foot on the inhale. Stack the right on top. Side plank. Exhale, let's step that right foot back. Draw that chest up on the inhale. Open it up for wild thing. Exhale, plant the right hand. Spin over all the way around on that left foot. Right leg comes out. Inhale, raise that left arm up high for fallen triangle. Exhale, plant the hand, come down through a vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. A few breaths here, catch the breath. Fill the belly with air. And then on our inhale, we'll look to the top of our mat, step up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Let's take a big deep breath in Tadasana. And we'll keep moving. Let's take a big step back with that left foot. Keep the feet nice and wide. Come down through Skandasana. So inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. And then exhale, drop through that left leg, sinking through the hips. Keep the hands together as we inhale, draw the hips up, and exhale, sink to the right side. Inhale, up. Exhale, left. Inhale, up. And this time we'll stay down on the right side. So bringing the hands at heart center. Let's try and roll that left shoulder up and out. And then next inhale, let's switch sides. So coming over to our left side. Same thing, opposite side. Rolling that right shoulder up and back. Inhale to draw the hips back up. Stand up nice and tall. Try not to use your hand. Exhale here. Toes are pointed to the outer corners of the mat. Inhale. And exhale, sink through the hips for goddess. Let's just start shifting the weight side to side before finding some stillness in goddess. Bring the arms out to cactus beside you and breathe. Crown of the head stays lifted, core is engaged. An option to play with lifting one of the heels, maybe the opposite heel. See what you can do. Exhale, straighten the legs. Stand it up nice and tall, and we'll step to the top of the mat. Inhale as we take the feet nice and wide, point the toes to the outer edge of the mat. And exhale, let's sink through our Malasana yogi squat, coming all the way down. And as we do, we'll come right into Navasana boat pose. Inhale, reach that chest up, engage the core. And exhale, let's just lie down nice and slowly down to the mat. Taking a moment here, let's just shift back a little bit if we're too far forward on our mats. Draw the knees together, feet are wide. Take a breath. Let's reach the fingers for the heels, coming into our bridge. So inhale, draw the hips up nice and high, roll the shoulders behind the neck, coming off that back of the neck, and pressing up, keeping the knees squeezing together. Make sure our breath stays nice and full here. And then we'll exhale to release. Coming down one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, let's plant the hands, send those hips and those legs up nice and high for a shoulder stand. Once again, bringing the back of the neck off of the mat. Chin stays tucked. And then as we exhale, slowly bending through the legs, let's reach those feet out behind the head for plow. Maybe clasping the hands, reaching them towards the mat. And as we exhale, drop those knees for ear pressure pose. Maybe taking a moment to just press the back up a little bit, get those knees down a little bit further. Inhale, let's start rolling out of it. So try to keep the legs nice and straight, and with control, bring the legs down all the way to the mat. As we do so, let's lift the chest, come into our fish. Pointing the toes, head draws back, chest stays lifted. And exhale, slowly come back down to the mat. And we'll set up for our Shavasana. Final resting pose. Feet come nice and wide, hands wider than the shoulders, and just releasing any controlled breathing. Starting to slow down the breath, come back to that natural state. Finding any last movements before we sit in stillness for a few minutes. Starting to slowly bring some awareness back, wiggling through the fingers, wiggling through the toes, and just slowly starting to make the movements bigger here. Eventually bending through the knees. Give ourselves a nice big hug here, and we'll gently rock ourselves up to seated. Take as much time as you need to get there. Finding a nice comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders rolled back, crown of the head is lifted. We'll finish our class today with one cleansing breath. So let's exhale all the air out of the mouth. Big inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. That is all for our practice today. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.